name is Lewa Muganga. I'm the County Secretary and Head of Public Service at the County Government of Mombasa. I'm an economist by training. So right from the start, when COVID-19 was declared as a pandemic, the County Government of Mombasa moved very fast under the leadership of His Excellency the Governor to take appropriate measures to ensure that first we secure Mombasa as a county so as to reduce the intensity of the spread of the disease. So one of the main strategies was to give a tax holiday, if I may call it, on the payment of rates and taxes to the County Government of Mombasa. We usually have a deadline of 30th of March, I think. However, this time we extended that up to the end of the financial year. We also made some recommendations which were actually adopted at the cabinet level within the County Government of Mombasa for some incentives to be provided to businesses operating in Mombasa. One of the main areas we focused on was to look at any businesses that had arrears in their taxes. We also looked at businesses that were just starting up, okay, to be able to identify those businesses, have sessions with them so as to see specific areas of support that they would require. And then we looked at businesses that are suppliers to the county government. And we said for the smaller suppliers, we need a plan to be able to pay them properly so that at least they have the working capital, especially during this period where there was a serious slowdown in business operations. So in terms of partnerships, we already held a discussion with the private sector, including the Chamber of Commerce, KEPSA, CAM, as well as Kenya Investment Authority, to discuss ways of collaborating and sustaining our partnership over the medium to long term. And our focus is, let's have quarterly roundtables between the private sector and the County Government of Mombasa. And this is aimed at ensuring that we have one agenda as a team within Mombasa. So together, we want to focus on first getting the right data about players in the business industry that exist in Mombasa. Secondly, identifying very specific needs of businesses in Mombasa. Once you have identified the needs, then you can tailor-make interventions that will support those specific businesses. Secondly, in order to safeguard our county against similar cases in future, we want to have a more sustainable approach where we can be able to set aside resources that will require approval through the county assembly to be able to establish a fund. So our budget making process has very clear steps, procedures, and partnerships, okay, that require participation of the private sector. It is a constitutional mandate of the county government to make sure that we engage the public in our processes. And one of the things that we appreciate about the businesses in Mombasa is that the players have been actively participating, okay, in our processes. And therefore, we usually receive very comprehensive memoranda from the chamber and also from individual players within Mombasa. First and foremost, we have a very clear structure in our public administration. At the lowest level, we have the ward administrators, then we have sub-county administrators in all sub-counties in Mombasa, and then we have the coordination that is at the headquarters within the county government, where we have all departments. Now, through that public service administration, we were able to interact with the community in order to get their views and recommendations, and also enable participation throughout the budget-making process. I think this has been an important learning session for all of us, but especially those of us in the public service within Mombasa County, in the sense that we realized we could achieve more. Why? Because we were working with the private sector. So we mobilized support. So through the collaboration that we made, we were able to achieve more, we were able to go far, and we will actually be able to sustain the momentum in fighting this pandemic. And we have used that structure as a structure that can work for us as a government. So we are saying, even going forward, we will always be working closely with the private sector in everything that we do. So whenever we have any function or whenever we have any forum, we will always work with the private sector.